Hello everyone, I'm Siddhi Tripathi, co-founder of Your Engineer, and today I'm welcoming Soha Kapadia, a solar engineer at Solves Energy. She has a lot of experience in sustainability engineering, and today we are going to discuss and have a session on future of sustainability engineering. In future of sustainability engineering, we will be discussing about how to build a career and how to start a business in sustainability engineering. Well, it's kind of tough thing because sustainability engineering is the future. So if we have to decide anything in the future, it's a little bit tough. But we have the expert, and the expert will be going to tell you that how to begin a career and how to begin a startup in the case of sustainability engineering. So let's welcome Soha Kapadia and start the session together.
Hello everyone. Hi, am I audible and visible clear?
Yeah, Soha, you are quite audible and quite clear. Thank you very much for coming in and uh, showing your expertise and training our students and professionals who are being joining in this talk. And let's see what comes through. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and to begin with?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So again, hi to you and everyone who is rolling in today's webinar. My name is Soha Kapadia. I'm an engineer. Uh, I'm an electrical engineer to be more precise. I've done my power system in masters. Along with that, at present, I am a sustainability educator, trying to be more sustainable and help people around to live the same life. I'm a psychologist as well. So I am combining a technological world and human psychology both at one doorstep to make it more clear for people to vision big.
Great. Thank you, Soha. So, we will be starting for sustainability directly. So, what is
Yeah, sure.
sustainability? And can you tell us in the simple word that the audience can understand the meaning of sustainability?
Okay, so sustainability is a huge concept to start with, and a lot of people out there have a confusion between sustainability, climate change, uh, pollution, and everything. They think everything is on the same pedal. It is not so. So, to give you a very simple example of what sustainability is, consider sustainability as an engineer. So, when you say that you are doing an engineering, then a second question would come up like which department you are from. Are you from electrical, IT, civil, mechanical? In the same way, sustainability is a branch. Okay, is a main head branch, and then pollution come under, climate change come under, deforestation come under, and then it just keep going and going further down. At present, sustainability is a big problem, and this is not I'm talking about our state or our country. It is in general a very big problem. It is a global problem, and we, as a part of a global community, we should be addressing such problem at once. So, if you remember, our grandparents and older people used to say that climate change will affect our next generation. We need to take action for tomorrow. That next generation is us. That tomorrow is today. So there's no tomorrow, there's no future generation. It's us now who need to do something, who need to take very fast and hard action. Otherwise, there won't be any tomorrow or next generation to see where we are going.
Yeah. And and one more thing is about that whenever we do engineering, well, engineering is about creation of something new. And when we talk about creation of something new, that new innovation is to help the future, the people who will be coming in future. Like when the computers were developed, that's why now we are using AI and all. So it always any technology when it gets developed, so it has to be kept in mind with the future correspondents whoever will be there. So sustainability engineering, when we talk about this thing, so a step, if anyone wants to take a step into sustainability engineering, then what are the core skills? What are the main things that he exactly needs to have, whether in college or after college as a professional? What are the core skills can?
At present, I can't say you exactly what field you need to choose if you want to pursue mainly in the sustainability field, because there nothing called sustainability engineering.
Yeah,
There's no field, there's no degree somebody is giving you in sustainability. It's not so. Now, as a sustainability person, I myself is a sustainable educator, and if you ask me what I'm putting into the role, I'm putting my knowledge as an electrical engineer might gain knowledge as a civil engineer while drafting the entire structure of it, my own knowledge of mechanical engineer while identifying the material strength, what will go inside the project, my knowledge as an IT engineer while designing their application which is sustainable. So sustainable cover every part of engineering. Any innovation, any good idea, that is going to be in sustainability. So if you are an engineer, if you are a very innovative person, and you want to contribute very hardly, then sustainability is for you. And now I would like to say that sustainability is not a choice now anymore. You have to do it. There's no choice left if you see in current scenario.
Great. One more thing, as per you told me about, you gain the knowledge of electrical engineering, mechanical, civil, and IT, and implemented all of
So
that
yeah,
and into sustainability. So when we talk about taking up any project, any infrastructure project, where we are developing some particular robots or something, which will be very much helpful in solid waste management. So solid waste management is an option of a purpose of doing the climate change options and into the sustainability. But making the robots, for the extraction of that solid waste management, that's engineering. That's the core engineering. So the knowledge of that thing, well, if anyone has the knowledge of IT, if anyone has the knowledge of mechanical or material strength that you mentioned, or anything like that, but there should be some vision to work for climate tech or work for green energy or in all those fields rather than going for IT fields exactly. Because
yes,
right now
exactly.
there are two variants. One variant is basically where people are just going for the money thing. They're just getting the job for the money. And the second thing is like working towards the future. But that might not pay well. But yes, so what should be the vision of the people to go into the sustainability field, make a career in that project and all?
uh, the vision has to be very strong. As I told you before, that sustainability now is not a no, is now not a small issue. It is a global problem. So we are here working toward a global thing where entire world is working towards sustainability. So if we want, so you might ask me how we can contribute to such a big cause. So how you contribute is on your geographical level. What we are doing at our level, at our geographical level, now that is going to make sense for a good future, if there is any future left. So it's going to work out that. So at present, if you're an engineer, if you're doing something, and if you feel around you is not what you vision to be, if you have a core and if you have knowledge, you can definitely move further with sustainability. Also, sustainability is not just one part. As we don't have much time to explain the entire part, but if you ask me to divide into three main part, it
Yeah.
will be environmental sustainability, it will be economical sustainability, and it will be social sustainability. Now it is up to you where your interests lie. Do you want to go into environmental sustainability, economical sustainability, social sustainability? So these are the three main pillar of sustainability. And if we want to increase sustainability, if we want to do something about it, this three pillar has to be very strong. And technology can help in all three matters, even in economy. It can help even in economy. So you should be very strong and firm that what you are good at, and with that good particular thing, how you can help to the society. Your vision has to be very clear. I do believe that at the certain point of time you think money value. Of course it does. If you don't have money, you cannot start your own thing. You cannot even help to the society. But that shouldn't be the main goal here.
Okay. And one more thing, like suppose someone want to start a business or start a startup in the field of sustainability. So choosing a topic is very easy, because there are so much problems going on in the society, and each and every problem, if they can be solved, it will be a step towards sustainability. So like garbage collection, like sewage treatment, like solid waste management, or maybe into the air pollution, water pollution. If we take any particular problem, any particular society problem, and try to solve it via technology, that's basically working towards the sustainability. But
Yes.
how to approach for that thing? Because in this thing there are a lot of government regulations are there. It's not only about the vision. It's not only about the money or funding. It's a heavy funding industry, and also it's not easy to move through those channels because it's highly regulated. So, what do you think should be approach of a person who is starting a startup also in the terms of sustainability?
Okay, to start anything in sustainability, you need to know two sets. One set is a government set, and the second is of a people set. So if you know well about two set, and if you know how this two set is working, you can easily start your business or entrepreneurship or the startup in this field. Set one is government. What at your geographical level your government is doing at the level of actions, plan, and policy. This define the next step, which is people. Uh, Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, there was a network issue in between. Yeah, so that was the first part, what your government doing at the geographical level in terms of policy actions. And second is how the people of that particular region is acting to that policies. So these two things make a lot of sense here. Okay, so at present, if you ask me a current scenario of our geographical level in terms of the government policy, it is great. It is a great time to get into sustainability, greener energy. We are having a lot of policies. Uh, Government is making us mandatory to shift to a renewable lifestyle, sustainable
Yes.
lifestyle. If you see, a lot of startup are coming up in a renewable sector, which wasn't a case before. Even the investor, they are ready to invest in green energy. Uh, Even they have the special part called clean tech, where
Yeah.
only a clean tech startup can get into for the funding. So at present, it is a golden time for us to start a business because the government is creating a lot of policy. If you know policy called renewable energy, wind energy, solar mission, sustainable goals, which is having 17 goals, and all those 17 goals is a part of a sustainability itself. And if you read those 17 goals, you'll realize, oh, this is also a part of a sustainability, and never thought that this can also be the part of sustainability. Government
Yeah.
is working way ahead. But the problem is what people are doing with that policy, how people are reacting. Because ultimately, those policies are built for the people. And if we each and everyone work, then only the effect can be seen clearly on the platform. Uh, that's when the educator part plays in. Okay, only 20% I believe know about sustainability, and those 20% are the people who are very woke and who reads a lot. For example, if we here are the 20% people who know about sustainability, out of we 20%, only 5% is actually making something that can having a good impact on sustainability. What about the other 95% people? Aren't they affected by the cause? Of course they are. Aren't they responsible to act up to this action? Yes, they do. But the question is, why aren't they doing this? Now, to
Yeah.
answer that question, you have to go back to the uh, a psychology of human brain where the standards is not meeting up. Economic sustainability here then come into picture. We we Indians are 143 crores and we are still counting. And according to the last research, we 9.2%, if I'm not wrong, are the people who live below the poverty line. So we need to develop certain things where all the categories of people, high, low, below the poverty line, can come into existence. So if you want to be in the business of this, come up with the solution that is hard hitting the lower class, because lower class is a huge class, and they are making a lot of efforts there. Government is ready. We have the policy. We have everything. Now you come up with the idea and the solution that is catering a huge audience at present, not just one part of the audience. Because if you see, a lot of energies are only for the privilege at present. If you actually see, for example, solar energy. Solar energy is the most cheapest energy. Sun is available for all. Sun is a
Yeah.
natural resource. Sun won't do partiality, right? But you can't force people to go solar. Have you read solar policy?
Yeah.
If you might have get the chance.
Yeah.
A first priority of a solar to install solar at your place is to have a house. You need to own a house. You need to have a paper which say that this house belongs to you. Then only you can install solar panel and then the generation take place. What about the 60% of the poor or the middle class people who don't own the house? Why aren't they using it? They should. So policy should be polished there as well.
Well, also in the case of the solar energy, which is the very the energy only which is very much popular in the case of sustainability, even for the common people. When we talk about sustainability or engineering related to it, the first thing that comes into everyone's mind is solar energy because that's very much diverse into each and every background. So in each and every community, solar energy is very popular. But what about that thing that how anyone like solar water heater is there, solar cooker was there, many people used it. We are very much adaptive of the energy, but when we try to do something new in that, and for paying money exactly. So like solar energy is quite costly. Installation is quite costly, and based on that, many people can't afford it. But still, government is trying to play its role to reduce its cost and maximize its use. But still, the people are not very much educated about reducing all those things, and there are no policies to take up the loans or how to reduce the money or putting subsidies on that. So do you think government should act on that part as well to provide more and more subsidies in case of so that that particular technology or that particular thing in case of sustainability can be spread out to the large audience?
See, government in terms of solar, they are doing their best. So at present, if you want to solar as a house owner, and if you own a house, okay, so at present, I'm not considering people who don't own a house and that I'm keeping that aside. If you own a house and if you want to install solar, government is giving you direct subsidies. And when I talk about direct subsidies, suppose if you want to install solar at your place and your consumption is 4 kilowatt. So government is giving you 40% up to 3 kilowatt and afterwards 20%, which means your cost is completely coming down. And that subsidy part is directly deducted. So you don't have to pay that. And being a house owner, your electricity bill will be zero within 1.5 for 2 years. And after that, you are going to get credit out of that. So government is
That's
very sure. And second point, also on the part of solar EPC companies. So before, if you wants to be registered as a solar EPC company, there was a lot of documentation, a lot of tick mark you need to do. You need to have this amount, this much of tenders and stuff. But now the government has eliminated everything. You just need to work in the solar sector. That's all you need to do. So they are very much good there. Also, solar resident had a different kind of a policy and solar industry and commercial have totally different type of policy. So they don't have subsidy in the industrial side before, but now they have come up with something called interest subsidy and solar loan. And solar loan is the easiest thing to get. You don't need much documentation. A time frame of a loan, as we know, loan is a hustle full process with lot of documentation and stuff. But now they have make it very easy for anyone to go solar. But my only problem with the government at present is I want solar to be available for all, irrespective of their standard and where they are living. That's my direct problem with the policy. And this is the thing a lot of people are talking about, and there has been a discussion, but let's see what future holds for us.
Okay. So there are a lot of engineers right now in this meeting, and when we talked about that, how you told that each and every type of engineering, each and every sector of engineering can contribute towards sustainability. So
Definitely, yes.
if we can get one idea, like suppose anyone is we will talk about one engineering subject or a discipline, and then we will try to formalize that how that particular engineer can get into sustainability or do something about sustainability. Okay, so I think computer
Yeah,
science
sure.
engineers are quite popular here, and they are all here. So if any student is a computer science engineer, specifically very much towards data science or application development, or into machine learning, cyber security, or any kind of thing, how they can contribute towards sustainability.
Okay. So how see? So first you need to be very focused on what division you want to go with. I'll give you my personal example. At present, we are running a solar marketplace. So if you hear about marketplace is more about financing, about e-commerce thing. It is a marketplace, but we brought that into a sustainability part with the help of the entire strong IT infrastructure, where computer engineer has a lot role to play. So what we did is, see, even in sustainability, as I am educating your engineer student, it is hard even for us at that level to understand sustainability. But to make them understand this to the layman person is into 100 tough time. So what we are doing with this platform, we are making sustainability idea in general very easy for them. Solar very easy for them. So if I want to explain you that how sun rays is converted into electricity from DC to AC, it is very easy. Though you might not be from an electrical background, still I can explain you. But this explaining this to a layman person is next to impossible. So what we did is we make a IT infrastructure for a extremely layman person who even don't know anything can easily log in into our application, select the solar panel brands, just give the input of their electricity bill, and everything will be done by us. So how we did that? We built a IT infrastructure. We did a lot of research in that. We met a lot of commoner people who don't know anything about solar or renewable energy and asked them questions. We realized what is the main issue there. And then we work on the solution. And at present, we have a solution where you just need to log in and give your electricity bill and location. And your solar panel, your entire solar structure will be at your home. Also, we are doing bidding there, which is also a platform which is completely working on algorithm. It is working in the real time. So if I have like 5 solar company, they can bid for your project in the real time and you can see that. So the entire analyze of the production, manufacture quality, everything has been now done by the application itself. There's no human involvement left there. And how we did it? We did it purely on the base of infrastructure, IT infrastructure. And I think we have discussed that we are also building a AI ML cleaning solutions. So that also is completely AI thing. It's completely on the supply chain and the processing and how it is predicting a total production of per unit thing. So there's also an example of a different source of engineering there.
Yeah. So to conclude, the application development, I mean platform development, where a lot of people, a large set of people can get educated or can do a lot of things in a hassle-free way, and it could be streamlining the thing, streamlining the services for each and every step at each and every level, like from distributor to the bidders to service providers, and each and every one, a whole ecosystem can be run via technology, and that technology will be provided by IT infrastructures. That's great. And for that, they must learn about the development, web development specifically, the whole system, and also application development in the terms of softwares, where many solar energy companies or many other companies, they try to install the softwares. And like companies like SAP or companies, very high-end companies, they provide softwares directly. So use of those languages, learning of those languages as well as application, we will be needing. If any IT engineer is there, they should look out for the company called SAP so that they get to know that what kind of softwares they provide to the electrical companies, they provide to the green energy companies, and how you can make those softwares and can contribute to their team. What you should learn about that, right? Electrical engineer, I think electrical engineering is directly related to solar energy. So
Yes.
solar energy or any other energy. So because that's the very huge distribution. Electrical energy means a large transmission and distribution is there. But what about mechanical engineering? If anyone is a mechanical engineer, how they can contribute into the sustainability?
See, so as far as a mechanical engineer, when you're in the part of machine learning,
Okay.
so if I divide, there's a software and hardware. Okay, now we are focusing on the hardware side. So,
Yes.
for example, solar only. So if you want to install solar at your place, solar panel is the main structure, and the inverter and everything is all the electrical part. A structure is the main part
Hmm.
because a system is going to last for 25 long years. We need a very strong structure in that. We need material that has a very high strength.
Okay.
The corrosion part should be well taken care of. Temperature coefficient must meet the climate of that particular region. So here they can play a huge role. And before actually presenting any solution, we always go through the designing part. And AutoCAD is, I mean, I have learned AutoCAD recently only. When I was not aware about 80% of the use of AutoCAD, and I just recently get used to it. So you can develop the entire solution on an in an AutoCAD, get it analyzed, and then the actual production start working out, rolling out.
Right. So the portion of design, fabrication, and as well as the material selection, the manufacturing thing, each and every portion can be done by mechanical engineers. So if mechanical engineers have a good idea of what particular materials will be used or what particular properties are to be required, based on that, what material selection will be there, what kind of manufacturability will be there, what kind of process will be used. I mean, whether it's traditional process or new process. So all those things will be there for the mechanical engineers. What about civil? I think civil will be the main thing because as
Structure,
I
yeah,
told,
because the
yeah,
structure,
yeah,
structure
and
for anything, structure and material both.
yeah,
In fact, have you seen a solar panel? At present, they are huge.
yeah,
At present, they are huge, and you need to carry it very carefully from one place to another.
mm,
Okay, so at present, there are R&D going on for making silicon with just a paper material. You can stick
that's
it
right.
anywhere and can generate an electricity.
Mm,
Material plays a very important role here.
yes,
It's all about the material. So if it just somehow develop, we have very easy access to all kind of an energy then. Also in the wind energy. If you have seen the wind farm, though India is not the main center point for the wind energy, we are not geographical at a very good point for the wind related production. But still, if you see the wind energy, wind turbines, it's all about the construction and how you are designing that and what material you are using there.
okay, that's great. Uh, so this will be the portion where I should start the Q&A. If anyone wants in the audience wants to ask any questions to Soha, they can start their video and ask the question. Is there any questions there? Who wants to ask Soha about anything? Looks like the topic has gone very much tough for the audience. So I think there is not very much questions, or I think they understood it all. So maybe any
I'm
options can be
assuming
there.
it is a second half part.
Yes, 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 exactly. So yes, all the points were clear. So one thing that I want to specifically mention that sustainability will be the future. So how can we create a campaign so that each and every engineer should have a goal, have a vision that I want to work for a particular mission. So maybe he's learning any language, or maybe he's learning any software, or maybe anything he's learning as an engineer. But he should have an idea or have a thing that I will be working towards this. So I will be working in a company who is doing this particular type of. So there should be a mission, or there should be a vision or 5-year plan, like they ask in interview questions that what's your 5-year plan or something. So how can they make a 5-year plan to work into that thing? So how can I build a campaign around that?
Okay, so to build a campaign, okay, so I have started my own drive a year later in engineering college, thinking that engineers are aware about sustainability and it will be easy for me to communicate with them and to start something which on the very base level can help the community around. But I was wrong. As an engineer, also we at present are not very aware about sustainability. If you know, in first year in our first semester we have all the subject to study out, so there we
Yeah.
used to have environmental
Yes.
subject called environment. Okay, we might have learned that, but I don't think anyone has paid attention to it. Maybe they
Yeah.
have mug up, I don't know, we have learned about climate change and so many things there, but that is there. People have closed that book and move ahead. I have a lot of my students who are in the fourth year of engineering, and when I was having a communication with them, I realized that even being a part of an engineering, there is a gap of education.
Yes.
Forget about the people who are actually layman person who are not in the field. Even as an engineer, we are lacking a lot. So my suggestion to all who are listening around is to start learning and grabbing things. Look around you. There are a lot of problems. It's not only about sustainability. In general, also there are a lot of problem around you. And as an engineer, open your eyes and work around it. We are the people who are innovative. We are the people who have idea, and we are the people who have the power to convert that. And in 2023, where we have a lot of startup options, government funding, we have everything. I think we should open our eyes and look around. What is the problem? Why climate is going so high? why we are not moving towards the renewable energy, why we are still using electricity, which is used by almost every people on this earth, every hour, every minute, every second is still coming from the non-renewable resources. Why it is not yet shifted to a renewable resources? It is just a one focus to one line. Pick up things which is very common for a person in a day-to-day life. For example, I've given you as electricity. We use it every time, 24 hours we are using it. So just look around here in your basic life and see what this things is going on, how you can change it, and how it can have a huge and good impact on the society. And I can give you guarantee that somewhere or other it is ultimately going to be the part of a sustainability. And I think a lot of startups are doing that. At present, you can see a lot of
Yes, yes.
organic products, byproduct, which is changing a human psychology, which is changing a buying behavior of people. So changing is there. You just need to open your eyes and give your 1%. If you think your 1% is not going to count, it is not like that. It is going to pay a long due to a lot of non-renewable resources.
Well, one gap I must share. There's a gap like in when I was graduating, and this is many people are graduating. In IIT Bombay, there are departments of ocean sciences, there are department of atmospheric sciences, energy science, earth science. They are all the departments. A whole building is there, whole department is there, and the courses are masters and PhD courses. So whole India don't know that I can get into that department also. I mean, the common engineering branches are there like mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, and computer science, which is the common branches in all over the India. But when we give the gate exam, after gate exam, we can apply to these departments also and can work into this. But in the 4 years, we didn't have the idea that if I go to atmospheric science, what will I contribute? If I go to earth science, what will I contribute? So they don't have the idea, and they can do much better in that department, but they still struggle to get into the core department or into any department which can give them the job. So these
Yeah, so
departments lack the.
this job
Yes,
thing is actually doing a lot of damage here.
yes. So a lot of education is also not there. I mean, these departments, how to work into these departments, how to build any technology that can clean oceans, clean rivers, or like each and every type of things. But these departments and these courses are very much less people are there, and they are not working towards that at the level they should be working. Okay, because of non-awareness, people are not aware of how they can contribute in that. Okay, so that's why we are also trying to run a mission campaign so that people get to aware that what are their options. And as a computer science engineer or as an electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, how they can get into the earth science, what they can do the changes in environmental science or atmospheric science or into the ocean sciences. What will be their role? As a mechanical engineer, there's a huge demand in ocean science, but they are not very much aware that what can I do there. So these options people take when they don't get any core branch. I mean, out of that thing, but they should be going to the
But
towards the
also,
preference.
Sandeep, see, after bachelor, you can choose up to the high demand.
Hmm.
Suppose CS is very famous, so 80% were in CS, then electrical wasn't that famous, and vice versa. But after those 4 years, now you know everything. You have your friend in interconnection department, you have studying a lot, you have seen, you have meet founder and everyone. So after that also, if you wants to go, there's a lot of help available. We have social media at present. It's easy for people to communicate. It's easy to meet people and share your idea. I never thought I was going to be a sustainability educator, or I'm going to take a session or teach people how to be sustainable. That wasn't my game plan as well. So you should be like more open to the idea of learning.
Yes,
That can really help around and change a lot of thing in long process.
exactly. Thank you, Shoha, for the expertise that you brought into this particular session and the way you told people about the sustainability and the scope of career building as well as the entrepreneurship, what government is doing, what other startups are doing. And yes, it's true that clean tech is there, clean tech is real, funding is real. So if anyone wants to start any step, take any step, whether you are a student or you are a professional, if you want to take any step towards clean energy, clean technology, believe me, getting the seed funding is not a problem. It's very
Yeah, it's
easy to
just
get a
a
funding.
very small thing. There are so
Yes,
many
yes.
missions like Atul Innovation Mission. Startup India, they have a special sector for this. So if you want to start, just don't think, be on it. And I
Yes.
think Sandeep and I am always there if you have any question. If not here, otherwise also you can ask, and definitely he'll answer you for that.
Definitely, Soha. So, thank you very much for the talk, for the session, and let's meet again in the next session, which will be on, I think, career management or communication skills. But yes, on the sustainability, we will be doing regular sessions. So, guys who are in the meeting, if you want to join future sustainability sessions, stay connected in the career fusion and apply for the jobs, apply for the internships, whatever are present. More internships and jobs are also be coming tomorrow. So apply for that as well. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.